Determine the multiplicative inverse of 75 modulo 253. So another way to write that is 75x congruent to 1 mod 253. The first thing should always be to find the, use a Euclidean algorithm for GCD of 75 and 253. Notice that this is going to be 1, so we can proceed. So we have 253 equals 75. And then we want to see how many times 75 goes into 253. That's going to be 3 plus a remainder of 28. And then now we're going to slide the 75 and the 28 over. So we have 75 equals 28. And then how many times does 28 go into 75? That's going to be twice. Remainder 19. We're going to slide the 28 and 19 over. So we have 28 is 19 times 1 plus 9. Slide the 9 and 19 over. 19 is equal to 9 times 2 plus 1. Slide the 9 and the 1 over. So we have 9 is equal to 1 times 9 plus 0. So now the remainder is 0, which means we're done with the algorithm. And now we have to work our way backwards. So we're going to start in this step right here. We're going to start with 1. And then we subtract by 19, or by 9 times 2. And then we go to the next step here. 9 is equal to 28 minus 19. So instead of 9, we're going to have 28 minus 19 times 2, which we can simplify as, well, if I distribute the 2, I have 28 times 2. So we have minus 28 times 2. And then we have negative 19 times 2. That's going to be 2 times 19. And then plus another 19 will be 3 times 19. Like that. And then we go backwards. So 19 is equal to 75 minus 28 times 2. That's going to be times 3 minus 28 times 2. So this one I'm going to distribute. So I have 75 times 3. I distribute the 75 with the 3. And then 28 times 6 minus 28 times 2. So think of this as like 6 copies of 28, 2 copies of 28. Combine those, I have 8 copies of 28. And then that brings me to the first step here, which I need to solve for 28. 28 is 253 minus 75 times 3, and then times 8. So I have 75 times 3, and then minus. So now I'm going to distribute the 8 with the 253. And then 75, so 3 times 8 will be 24. But then here I have 2 negatives, so it's going to be plus 75 times 24. So now I can simplify. I have 1 is equal to 75. And then here I have 3 copies of 75, 24 copies of 75. That's going to give me 27 copies of 25. And minus 253 times 8. From here, we want to solve 75x is congruent to 1 mod 253. So notice that we'll go to 75 here. That's a 27. So if we do 75 times 27, that's going to be congruent to 1 mod 253. Okay. And so you can check that by multiplying 75 times 27, that's 2025. Good. And if I divide it by 253, so that's going to give us 8 and 1 over 253, which means it'll be 8, remainder 1. So that works. So this is kind of like checking our work here. So the final answer will be x equals 27.